I thought I might just do a sit down chat with you guys. If you are watching this right now, I am probably about 20 weeks pregnant. Oh my god, that is gonna be crazy. Yeah, so I thought I might just do like a bit of a like a diary sort of thing right now, because every week I've just been getting like different symptoms, and right now I'm about to turn 10 weeks. So by the time you guys see this, it'll be about 15 to 20 weeks. Ryan and I are just really not sure when we're looking at sort of like proposing it to everybody and like letting everybody know, due to our lovely friend, our lovely pandemic at the moment. We haven't been able to sort of go down to Sydney to like let our friends and family know about our current situation. And yeah, so it's been really hard for me because Ryan and I have, well, it's been hard for me, but it's been hard for Ryan and I because we've actually known that we've been pregnant since the 3rd week. So 3 weeks pregnant, and yeah, it's been ridiculous. Like, you just kind of want to tell everybody, and then like when you're talking to people, it's so hard not to tell them. It's just, this is our first child, and I don't know, like it just doesn't sit very well for us to sort of tell family and friends behind a camera, or like, you know, FaceTiming and stuff like that. Like, it just doesn't feel right. And like I'm sure like other people who might be in this same situation probably feel the same. So yeah, it just doesn't feel right. So 10 weeks pregnant on Monday, today is Saturday, and yeah, I'm feeling so much more like myself. So the first few weeks, right, like I was actually able to eat really damn well. Like I was eating, and like, you know, I sort of like implemented, well, I was eating really good. Ryan would like be such a gem, and he would like cook dinner for me before I came home, because I got a lot of my sickness sort of at nighttime. In saying that, I actually haven't so far been actually vomiting. I've just had like a lot of nausea and like kind of gagging a little bit, like if something like just thinking about eating or drinking even, I just felt like gagging. So yeah, yeah, it's been pretty full on. And like when I come home from work, I sort of like need food to be sort of prepared, so I don't sort of think about it. I just spat everywhere. Yeah, so that I just don't think about it, and I could just come home, feed my face. My very first symptoms now, if you know me, I love coffee. Like most people, coffee is just like amazing. And my first symptom was I actually gagged over the thought of coffee. I just had like these few days and I was like, oh, maybe it's not actually coffee, it's probably like a dairy thing. I was like, maybe my body, because sometimes I can be very responsive to lactose, and I thought it was just something like that. Maybe I had overdone my dairy intake or something for like a week or whatever. So anyway, I gave it a few days and I was like, no, I genuinely hate coffee right now. It's not even milk, because I was happy having like cereal, I was happy having a glass of milk, all that sort of stuff. And I was like, wow, this is really strange for me. So of course you go take a test, boom, girl, you're pregnant. So yeah, so coffee, like I literally just could not stand coffee. And then from there I progressed to like the food sort of things. There was certain smells that I just like couldn't be around. Ryan and I were like walking in Tambourine Mountain, and I could smell this terrible smell, and I'm like, what the hell is going on, like, to Ryan? And he's like, I can't smell anything. And I'm like, no, something is seriously wrong around here. And then about 2 minutes later, he's like, well, there's bins up there. And I'm like, surely I couldn't smell them back then. And then when we walked past, I'm like, yeah, holy crap, that was disgusting. Like, and I was like, but I could smell it all the way down there. So all these like different things. So yeah, it was pretty cool, like just sort of also having this stuff. So the other symptoms was, yeah, just not feeling very well, obviously. I actually have this spot behind my head, and it was just itching for like maybe a couple of like, yeah, probably just before I found out that I was pregnant. It's like a dandruff spot, like, and I was just like, oh, why am I getting dandruff? Like, I've never had dandruff in my entire life, and even in winter, my skin would actually, like most people, like the skin would dry out, and I was actually getting like really severely. So that was like another symptom. I just had really dry skin, and then I've still got this like dandruff spot. It kind of goes, and then I think as it's healing, I'm itching it a little bit more. So yeah, and obviously the bloating, I say to Ryan, I already feel like, or look like, I am like 5 months pregnant, because the bloating is just ridiculous. And it just sort of feels like you're about to get your period. You just kept feeling like I was going to get my period. My boobs are incredibly sore, and really like rock hard. Like, I have felt some of my friends, fake boobs and stuff, and it sort of feels like fake boobs. Like, they just hardened up like so much, and I just doubled in size a lot, which is also like another symptom of me just before I get my period as well. I just get swollen boobs, and yeah, it really hurts. But this time it was like incredibly sore. So yeah, and for a little bit more like TMI sort of stuff, okay, I don't even know how to say it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. My pee smells so bad. It is potent. It's just disgusting. Like, I've never had anything like that really. But it's because of the HCG, which is a pregnancy hormone that's in me, and I'm passing it, all that sort of stuff. And it's very common for like your first trimester. So yeah, it's not beautiful, not very glamorous at all. But yeah, I think that's like basically it. I do have like other like symptoms, but I just can't really remember most of them. But this week, so 9 weeks, I've just been feeling so much better. And like, it's really funny because I was 8 weeks and 4 days pregnant, and I had really bad nausea. Like, I actually couldn't move out of bed because I just felt like I was just gonna vomit everywhere. And yeah, I literally had to text into work just to say, look, I cannot move out of my bed. But literally since then, I haven't been feeling too bad. So I know that was only about not even 2 weeks ago, but I'm just like touching wood, touch wood, that I am not gonna get that nauseous stuff again. I do get it a little bit at night time, but I have always sort of had a bit of like nausea at night when I feel quite tired. It's just my body telling me you need to go to bed. But last night I was pretty bad. So for me to sort of like get over the whole nausea stuff, I have been using oils. So I've used like peppermint oil, just to sort of put on like my wrists. I put it like along here, and I actually just take really big breaths back. And another one that I've just had with me, Ryan accidentally, didn't mean to, he brought me a orange essential oil, which is like a citrusy. And I thought it was peppermint one night, and I just started like drawing it back, and I'm like, Ryan, is this the peppermint? Like, it smells different. He's like, no, that's the orange. But it genuinely made me just feel real uplifted, and like it also like helped with the nausea. So last night I actually didn't reach, because last night I just wasn't very well, but we had some mint slice before going to bed. So I think I was tired. So up on top of like being tired, I also had mint slice, and yeah, I did not feel very well at all. So yeah, so I was actually like just sitting on the floor, just collecting myself, and I just was sniffing back the orange citrus, and I've been doing that sort of like every night, like before I go to sleep, and I've actually been sleeping really, really well, except for like 2 nights this week. I don't know what was happening. I just was so alert and whatnot. So I don't know. I just so much goes through your mind and stuff. Like, you know, how are we going to tell the family? What are we going to do if we can't get down to the family? Because we are meant to be going down for Christmas this year. And literally, if we don't actually get down before Christmas, the next time they see me, I'm probably going to be quite pregnant. So, yeah, we got to like tell them at some point. And like, we don't want like people getting upset with us because we didn't tell them. And like, I have told a handful of people that we are pregnant, just because I didn't really want to do this all alone completely, but we want to tell people in the right way as well. And you know, it's just, yeah, it's so hard. Like it is, it's actually very hard. And I know that Ryan has also been trying to deal with it in his own way as well, because we're basically really close with his family, and you know, it means a lot to us to sort of like tell them. And yeah, he's been like a little bit down, and you know, he just really wants to share the news with his family, and you know, just because at the same time, as much as you know the women go through it, you know, the guys are, you know, ultimately preparing for fatherhood. Like, they're going to be a role model. Like, their whole life is going to change as well. We have wanted to have kids for quite some time, but never just really been in the position, or the situation's just never been right. And especially like with me having really bad anxiety and depression, I genuinely didn't want to fall pregnant while I was in a really bad headspace, because like, you know, anything that you're sort of feeling as a mother, you know, and being the main source for your child, you don't want them to be in a pregnancy, like in a womb of somebody who's just riddled with anxiety and really bad like mindsets and stuff like that. You know, you just don't want that, and I've not wanted that at all. So, you know, at the moment, like, you know, Ryan and I did have a bit of a tough start at the year, a tough start at the start of the year, when, you know what, like we had the discussions that we need to as 2 adults, but you know what, we fucking love each other. And like, we can't be not in each other's lives. So we are continuing our goals, we are continuing our focuses, we are excited to be parents, we're excited for this chapter of our lives, something that we've always wanted for such a long time. Been together for like 10.5 years and more, and you know, it's so crazy to think that Ryan and I have known each other all of our lives, and now we're creating something that's just out of this world, and it's just so beautiful. And yeah, I am honestly just, I'm so happy. He is so happy. We are both so happy. And yeah, we just cannot wait to like I cannot wait. So anyway, this was just a really quick, I think this has gone for a little while, but this was just something that I just wanted to share with you guys for the first trimester. This is me at just before 10 weeks. Can't really see anything as of yet. I have no bump, no show or anything like that, except for baby bloat. That's what I like to call it. It's just baby bloat, because yeah, I've just been bloating the hell out, and putting on a little bit of weight, but it's recommended as well. So that's what keeps me above water. But yeah, so if you are still watching this, thank you so much. And yeah, I am super excited to just like sort of share more and more our beautiful journey, you know, as Ryan and I become parents and flourish. And yeah, we are just, I'm like super excited. Like, I've always wanted to be a mum, and like it's just happening, and it's happening at a really, we feel like it's a special time, and it's the right time for us. So anyway, lots of love, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.